AoE explosion. Now, if you do it against a pack, all the AoEs will overlap, and you'll get a very significant explosion. So it can be a very good tactic to be able to do that. So yeah, feel free to just keep going. There's also a sniper rifle on T. T. Sorry.
That's okay. I see it again. Okay.
So that's the sniper rifle kind of thing. If you want to just try it, really. So if you use armor break first, which is the one on the assault rifle, one on E. So if you break the armor first and then you sorry, I don't think you pressed the right one. So is it E?
I probably didn't. That's the sniper. You said G.
So E.
E. Okay.
Yeah. So if you use this to break their armor and then you use the sniper rifle afterwards.
Yeah.
Then it's not very useful against these small enemies, but if you do that, then you'll get a much more significant snipe because it exploits a weak point.
Mm-hmm.
There's quite a lot of skills in PoE that that can care about what debuffs are on the target and consume them to do other effects. So yeah, that's broken, and then if you use the sniper rifle now, T,
yeah.
Yep, then you get a very big pop.
Yeah, well, I have to try it again.
Yeah. You don't have to worry too much about every different combination, but I think there's lots of these.
Not useless.
Yeah.
I love the idea that you can combo.
Yeah. So there's a lot of that stuff going on, and it's a big focus on a lot of the skill design in PoE too. Now, you probably know about being a PoE player, a lot about support gems and how they work.
Yeah.
So obviously the skill system has been changed very significantly from how it works in PoE 1. So no longer are they on items; instead they come from things. And for anyone who hasn't played PoE before, obviously you know about you get the gem and so on, and you put it in the thing, and then now once you've got this, you get 3 grenades and so on, right? Mm-hmm. But in PoE 2, we really want to try and improve the experience for new players, and there's 2 key ways we've done that in the skill system. So one of them is whenever you find a skill, you don't find a specific skill, instead you find an uncut gem, and it opens a screen that's effectively like the D2 style skill tree, right? If you're a new user and you see this, okay, look, I can level up these skills, or I can pick this new skill, and that's very simple and easy for them to understand.
I missed that on the other version.
So So basically, now I upgrade this, and effectively very, very easy. But even for support gems as well, we've kind of presented it in a way where it feels like it's just a pick list of here's some things that could upgrade your skill. Now in reality, if you're a PoE 1 player, you go to the giant list and there's a million skill gems here, but if you're just a new player, it's a lot easier to understand of just pick this thing and it just sockets it straight into the skill immediately.
So all support gems work with every attack, or will there be...
there are restrictions, because, for example, you putting Pierce on a melee hit does nothing, because it doesn't... It doesn't, they have to have some... But we try to make them as general as possible so that they can... that they can work with as many skills as possible. So, Pierce will work on any projectile, and multiple projectiles will work on anything projectile as well. And
but it won't show it in-game, it's more like a common sense thing.
It shows it in-game, yeah. So it wonon't let you pick something if it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
And this is also important compared to PoE 1, because it won't even let you socket things if they if they wouldn't work. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of these affordances to make the user experience a lot better. Even the passive tree, obviously we have the giant mega tree, this is what we're known for. But even on the tree, we're being a lot more clever about showing, now we show the DPS changes that you get from each thing. And even for if something doesn't work, you can see the fact that this is actually not working, and this is once again important for new users to understand. Hey, allocating this is irrelevant. No skills affected, right? So there's no point in more
for me
now. Maybe you can change the UI slightly, but we even have a help system now, so you can lock the hover and then hover to see definitions of things. Lots of now that means that a lot of things have just extra description everywhere. So this stuff, it also even skills as well. Actually, I'm just going to do this. No, that didn't work. Sorry, this is actually bugged in the current version, but effectively we have tutorial videos for the skills.
I was looking for those. Legend. I love those small videos.
Yeah. So they have even a voiceover to explain the basic mechanics of the skills, so you can understand what is going on.
Nice.
So that's a very out there character, but let's go to a more traditional, just hit things with a big stick type of character. And talk a little bit about some of the stuff we've got going on there. So when we first added WASD, we thought probably that people would use it for ranged characters, but we didn't think... Let me just reset this. I was playing this just before. I have already killed monsters. When we, as I was saying, when we first did WSA, we kind of thought it would only be good for ranged characters. But actually, what we found was that when we tried it with melee characters, it actually works really well here as well. So I personally have converted completely to WSD and think I think it's a superior option myself. We still support regular. Oh, jeez. Okay, he's there. You go. Yeah. So we still support regular mouse and keyboard, mouse click to move controls. Like I can change this, and now it's just like regular, regular controls. But if I on WSD, I think it's a lot more enjoyable personally. But we also want to make sure that every class, has the interesting combos. So here's an interesting one here. So you can slam the ground with these things, and then when you attack the thing on top, they re-trigger. And of course, if you're an action RPG player, the question you always have is like, what's the maximum number of slams I can do in the shortest possible amount of time? So therefore, we've got this skill here called Rampage, where every step you make creates a slam across, and so this allows you to do some. Now this area, there's like an artificial sun in the center that burns you as you get closer. So you have to kind of make sure that you're in the shade to prevent you from taking damage. I'm just going to go over here in the shadow to prevent stim. But it does sort of produce some challenges because it does hurt you as you're out there. All of these monsters, like worshipping the sun, they have all gone insane and are worshipping this thing. When we go to the upper level, we'll be able to see that a little bit better, by the way. Okay, let's get out of this into the shade again. Oh. Okay.
I actually love dying. If you would, want to die here.
I mean, I might die.
Because I tried to rush up certain areas, but I felt really painful to do so because the monster kept rushing me. So
you do have to be a bit careful, yeah.
I have to be careful.
Another skill I want to show you was this one called Hammer of the Gods. So we don't use cooldown skills very often because I don't really like cooldown gameplay very much, but occasionally I like to do it. And here's an example of a good one. So this skill, Hammer of the Gods, you kind of use it. You can still attack afterwards, and then you get the, the giant hammer slam down. So once you've got this, it's like, how can I improve this? So one thing you can do is we've got this thing called Seismic Cry here that gives you these exerted attacks. Mm-hmm. And when you have that, it doubles any slam you do. So if I use it with Rampage, for example, I get that triggering twice. But if I use it with Hammer of the Gods, obviously I get the giant hammer triggering twice. So I'm going to stun this monster.
Will this be generated in game, or will we just have to figure it out on your own?
I mean, this level of thing is figuring things out. But so then you get 2 slams, which is pretty good. But there's actually more we can do. So I'm going to add a few more support gems to this once I've dealt with this group of monsters here. And we'll try and optimize that hammer skill as much as humanly possible. So that guy is actually a rare, so he's a bit more. I should really be using Rampage because it's going to trigger this way more times and chunk the guy down much more significantly. So Hammer of the Gods. So let's start out with. First of all, I'm going to put Stomping Ground on my Stampede. This thing causes every footstep you make while using the skill to do an extra shockwave. Mm-hmm. I'm going to put Fist of War on Hammer of the Gods. This thing adds an extra cooldown to the thing that does more damage. But this is already a skill you use rarely anyway, so there's no disadvantage to doing this. I'm also going to throw Second Wind on here, which gives it a second cooldown meter, so that we can have 2 copies once it cools down a second time, so we can use it again. There's lots of other options I could do here, but that probably will do for now. Maybe I'll put Armor Explosion on my Armor Break to make them explode when they break their armor. And Break Endurance gives me an endurance charge when I break their armor. And the nice thing about endurance charges is that if I use it with Seismic Cry, then it'll consume extra endurance charges to increase the number of those doubling slams that I get. So I should be able to get 4 hammers if I do the full sequence here to come down, which on a boss fight can be incredibly beneficial. So maybe I'll do it on this guy, even though it won't really matter. And we'll just do the double hammer. Oh, I don't have enough thing yet, but at least we get 2. So there's the empowered, double hammer here. Now, obviously, Path of Exile is random level generation, so it's a game that I don't know where I'm actually going to find the exit here. But I'll just use a cheat to reveal the map. It's always going to be a triangle, and there'll always be a sun in the center, but the actual level layout will be different every time. I'm just going to walk to the next part.
If you play this area often enough, you can somewhat guess.
You get an idea about where it is, but as I said, it's still like the exact layout is always different. So
there will be dead ends and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I think it's very important for replayability to have this kind of thing.
It feels deserving to actually get to know the game and be better.
Right, so let's do a boss fight. So let's have a look. So there's 100 bosses in Path of Exile 2. Every area has one, and they all have interesting sort of storyline stuff going on with them. So this guy's the sort of head of this religious cult that's worshipping this artificial sun in here. So my game plan here is I want to get this guy stunned, because if I can stun him, then I can use my seismic cry and then double hammer slam the guy. So ideally, but I've got to be careful. He's got quite a lot of abilities that can be quite brutal.
Nice. But I guess I'm going to repeat myself. Let's say more.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got him, and now I'm going to double hammer slam. Here we go. I got some good damage, but yeah. Oh, these wormholes like slow you down. So you got to be careful with them, especially when he uses that other ability. Okay, so here he's going up into the sky and then summoning a bunch of balls. And what I want to do is prepare a bunch of this stuff and then, oh, damn, he moved. So, okay. Yeah. Okay, run this. Oh. Okay, got him. Okay. Oh, my hammer isn't quite cooled down. Okay, there we go. Hopefully I still get him. There we go. Nice. Alright.
So will it be a bonus damage when the enemy is stunned, or will it just be easier to hit them?
It's just easier to hit them, but the seismic cry requires them to be stunned to be able to trigger. If I can attract him over here, no, damn it. Oh, okay. It's always better to be closer to bosses because a lot of abilities like this are, very much easier to do. Oh, yeah. There's laser. Oh. If I can attract him over here, alright. Come on, over here. There we go. Oh, not quite. Okay. Okay, maybe I can stun it out of that? No, I can't? Okay, run away. Oh, don't go near those, they're so powerful.
And this one has a miniature summon.
Right, true. I never even noticed that before.
Why only this one?
I actually don't know. I've never noticed that before. I have to ask Mark about what that is about. There you go.
It's for the finisher.
Okay. Alright. So, that's an example of the Path of Exile 2 boss fight. As I said, we have 100 bosses like this. There is, we put a lot of work into it. In fact, I would say that, a pretty significant amount of the work of Path of Exile 2 really is these boss fights. There's a huge production involved in creating all of them, and quite a lot going on. If you want me to show you more of them, by the way, I can. Some of them have been shown in other media. That's one that's never been shown before, so that's quite a nice one. But yeah, if you guys have any questions that you'd like answered or things you want to know, then as I said, I can show you other stuff if you like.
Right, I got it.
Numbers.
Yeah. So I'm generally not a fan of damage numbers that appear next to monsters. But one thing we actually haven't added yet, but plan on adding, is Elden Ring damage numbers. They kind of go on the top right of the thing. So we plan on showing that there. We just haven't implemented it yet. But yeah, yeah. So you can get them on the top right, but. So not checkpoint. I want wait. No, it is checkpoint. I mean, I'm definitely going to implement it. I just haven't done it yet. But the thing is that the reason I don't like damage numbers normally is because I think they're very immersion breaking when they spam all over the screen. So yeah. Oh wait, what? What the hell is this? Sorry, checkpoint 3. No. Sorry, I want to know where the boss is. Come on, boss 4.
Wait, there was
1.
2 again.
Here we go. All right. So this character's over leveled for this, by the way, but I just thought I'd show you because it's a cool boss.
Thank you.
So
I got a few questions, but not right now. I guess they don't fit. I guess we can.
The biggest is definitely the combat. The combat is significantly improved. We don't have anything really like this level of combat in PoE 1. And the other thing as well is PoE. I'm not gonna, because I'm over leveled. I'm not gonna hit him too hard with big combos. It's all online, but the whole game is online. But that's because we have a secure economy with secure items. Because we're a game that has item trade, and that's what?
An easy boss. Well, it's nice to see that even an easy boss can still.
Well, the reason why it is easy is because I'm level 45 and this is level 30. So this is what's is going on here.
Should be easy.
Yeah, it should be easy. But oh no, he's got another ability.
Will the bosses have their own drop pool, for example?
In in-game they do, but usually during campaign they don't because those tend to be more like in-game style objectives.
Because I never got to play the other two, and I always felt ashamed for that.
Right.
So like that, I would maybe get a small taste of farming in boss over and over again to get that one unique, maybe. Nice.
Oh.
I will definitely need a new PC for this one. Mine is way too old. Lovely. Alright. If there are no questions in the meantime, I might as well ask. Since I loved the story of Path of Exile 1, will there be an easier way for the player to get the story, or will it be shown some way, or will it be like a similar?
So we're trying to improve the storytelling a lot from how we did in Path of Exile 1 by having a lot more sort of world stuff and a better conversation system. It's still similar to before, but the key thing is I don't want to make it oppressive with regard to you're going to play through the campaign many, many times, and I don't want to make it so that it feels annoying to play through multiple times.